Hi Scorpio, welcome back to Wandering Magic. This is going to be your August 2022 message, and this is going to be Scorpio's Sun, Moon, and Rising. I didn't quite get a song, but I kept hearing naysayers, naysayers, naysayers. Like someone, it's either someone talking shit, or it's there's some kind of hater, or it has to do with like a lot of background noise, like someone trying to tell you what to do, almost like not quite manipulation, because it might not even be conscious, but you're listening to someone who disagrees with you and you're listening to them, like, instead of listening to yourself. Hopefully that kind of resonates or makes sense. But these cards came out, and before I could really look, Spirit was like, hit play. So I'm like, okay, I'll just go intuitively here. So here we go. First card we have is Imagine. I keep hearing Ariana Grande, imagine a world like that, right? So I forget, I think the song is called Imagine. And basically, it's almost like you want, a lot of you are fantasizing about the things that you want that aren't in your current reality. So they're things that you are dreaming about, been wanting. Maybe you kind of feel like you're aging and you should be at a certain place, and so you keep imagining what your life would be like if XYZ, like fill in the blank. And so that's kind of where you are right now. I just saw 143, so I always say that means I love you. So I don't really know, maybe it would come out later on, but anyway, I just wanted to say that maybe this is a small little sign to say you are loved. So maybe you don't feel supported right now in something, and I feel like maybe you're using some form of escapism to escape from your current reality. So what is that? What's going on with you that is pulling you out of reality? How present are you being, or how much into the future are you? Being in the future causes anxiety, right? So if you're here and you're here right now, I understand that anxious situations come up and things happen and things of that nature. But for the most part, when you stay present, you just focus on the now, instead of, the negative ripple effect that could take place. You know what I mean? So I also feel like this is really because you're in an unhappy situation. You may be leaning on others for like advice, and you're not really wanting to take that. And if the advice that you're getting doesn't really like hit home with you, like you don't really want to do it, like you really want them to say something else, that's because you inside know what that is that you want. What is it that you want? I feel like there's a piece of reminiscing here, so that could be the energy from Cancer season kind of lingering into Leo season. So with the Cancer energy, that's more of like reminiscing about the what ifs, and also revisiting the past, like feeling nostalgic, kind of. Look, we have impatient, staged, hiding, regret. I was getting regret too, because we got Judgment reversed, but I'll get to the tarot cards in a second. And truth, honesty, misunderstanding. So, and I'll show you, this is smoke and mirrors, and then we have abracadabra. So with that being said, this goes with being impatient. Remember, with imagine, and being impatient with the way things are. I will say, and I've said this in the past, but I will say that you are exactly where you need to be right now. Everything happened the way that it should have, and everything is unfolding exactly how it should. Whatever lessons you're going through, if you're going through a hard time, try to look at the bigger picture. Try to pull out, what's the message here that I need to know? And you're like, oh, I heard this shit already. Yeah, but that just means that you're stuck. And if you're stuck, then you're going to keep doing the same thing over and over, and the repetitive things are going to start happening to you. You're constantly going to be tested, so the underlining message here is be patient, be yourself, be authentic. Do not live in regret, because again, things have happened the way that they happened. if there was some kind of a misunderstanding, maybe the part about honesty has to do with speaking your truth. So what does that mean? Not only does it literally mean being honest about something, but maybe let's say you got into an argument or whatever the case may be, but maybe you felt like there was a misunderstanding. How can you mend that? And if you do want to mend that, make sure you come from a space of being honest, right? Speaking your truth is speaking what's in your heart, speaking what you really feel, and not what other people are telling you to feel. Tuning into yourself. How am I feeling? What would I do? How do I want to handle this? Now, don't get me wrong, there may be like old habits creeping up, and maybe that's what happened. Maybe something happened in that argument that triggered you, if there was an argument, or some type of misunderstanding, a miscommunication. That's really what I mean. I'm not talking about like super duper fighting and stuff like that, but I think you get my drift. So okay, whew, sorry, gotta take a breath. All right, 4 cards wanted to pop out, so I said okay, here we go. So you got Judgment in reverse. So this is that regret we were talking about, like a decision that you thought was final but was not final. Something that you have to learn from, something that you have to grow from. What was it that you decided on, and how was that decision from the past playing out now? Is what this is showing me. Again, with the High Priestess, doing what feels right to you inside you, not what the other peoples are saying. This is a reminder that what you say goes. How you feel is it. Everyone else can give you advice, but ultimately what you do with that is up to you. I mean, who else? And whoever's gonna judge you for that, fuck them. I don't, you know. So then you got the 5 of Swords in reverse, and then you have the Knight of Pentacles. Two things are coming out here in relation to the first part that I said. With this 5 of Swords in reverse, this is literally like dropping your ego and stepping into spirit, I suppose. What does that mean, dropping your ego? It means that you may have acted from an egoic state, making it seem like you won the argument, or you walked away unscathed, or you got the last word. So boom, that's all ego. That those things don't matter. You know what I mean? And so this is it could be a reminder, or really this is showing you that this is like being the bigger person. Okay, being the bigger person, coming from a non-egoic state of mind, coming from a very authentic place within self, coming from a loving space, and pushing all the bullshit aside to really just cascade really how you feel, again, with your truth and your honesty. Okay, really talking about how you feel, opening up. Scorpio, something like that. But there is something that you need to open up about. It's bothering you. It's very bothersome. I feel like it's almost like it's like the Scorpio secrets, right? You guys keep the best secrets. So how can you really just handle a situation from a non-egoic state of mind? And that's what you need to think about this month, right? Has to do with something that brings you stability. Might be money, might be a home. These things could be affected because of your ego, or not even like your actual home, but it could just be like someone who feels like home, someone who feels good. Could be a childhood friend, could be like a friend back at home. It could be, things of that nature. Just someone who felt good. Or something that feels good. Maybe you were dishonest about something at work and it kind of caused a ripple effect. This really, for each person, it could play out differently. Whatever is going on right now, I feel like life for you feels unfavorable. It feels like things aren't fair. If I could have it this way, I would do it that way. But my thing is, it's different when you're coming from a space of regret and remorse, as opposed to coming from a space of, okay, this is where I am, but let's see where I'm going. So how exactly are you tuning in to your imagination? What parts of you that don't exist right now are shining through? What energy is really protruding forward when it comes to the way that you're handling things, how you're operating, things of that nature? It's like when you speak like in present tense, like, I really want to do this tomorrow, and I will if fill in the blank, right? Instead of, no, tomorrow I'm going to do this, and being definitive and already seeing that happening. That's what I mean by letting certain things shine through, and not, it's like changing your state of mind. Instead of everything is going to be fine, everything is fine. Everything is fine, and actively working toward making things fine. But things are already fine. Everything is the way that it is right now, and you just need to kind of accept that. I almost said accept your fate. So as for some of you, I'm also hearing you made your bed and now you lie in it. Because again, this goes back to the beginning. There's a lesson that you need to learn. So Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Cups reversed. Again, you're not feeling like you have everything you want. Queen of Pentacles in reverse, the same thing. You're not really having what you want. There's also a disconnect with your nurturing side. So I'm getting like a mean energy kind of. So tap into the compassionate water sign self that you are, okay? I don't quite have any other signs here, Scorpio. So we're gonna kind of keep moving forward here. The Three of Cups in reverse. There's a lot of regret with something that happened before. You're trying to get over it, but with the Sun in reverse at the bottom, tells me that you're still unhappy. I wasn't gonna keep going, but I want to show you this card because it's so pretty. It's the Seven of Pentacles. So again, what is it that investing your time properly, investing in things that make you happy in general, keeping your circle close, and appreciating where you are in the journey of self, right? Be gentle with yourself. If you maybe were going through a shadow period and maybe said something at one point to someone while you were in that state of mind and now you're kind of regretting it, that's okay. If the connection is authentic and meant to be, then it will bring itself back, platonically or romantically. But also understand that sometimes that lesson needed to be learned, and then we move on from that, and then we just move forward. So it really just depends, again, on your unique own situation and how things play out going forward. So your final messages here from Spirit, we have Moth and Swords. Look at you showing up in your own, how this is going to go. Regeneration, rebirth, and vulnerability. Being vulnerable goes with being honest, right? So this is like that Scorpio trait of regenerating, and the death and the rebirth, the phoenix rising from the ashes. I feel like if anybody understands that phrase, it's a Scorpio. And then we have Swords. So this is clarity, thoughts, and air. So maybe coming up for air sometimes if you feel like you're drowning. Also clearing your mind before you open up and speak whatever it is that you have to say, and this could do with an air sign, or it could be part of one of your main three for Sun, Moon, or Rising, and it's Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Okay, so these are those. And then your angel messages. So here we go. Compromise within the next few months, peaceful resolution. So compromising on something because maybe you need to put your pride to the side, put your ego to the side, right? So within the next few months, what's going to happen? A peaceful resolution. So you may not be ready right now, but the energy's here to start working on that, thinking about that. Maybe writing it in a journal, writing it on a piece of paper, balling it up and throwing it in the trash just because you got it out, okay? Write it in the notes in your phone. Whatever your style is, stay true to that. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. You do. Scorpios do what they want to do anyway. All right, Scorpio, I hope you found this helpful. Watch your Sun, Moon, Rising for any additional messages, and I'll see you next time.